Wanakam, Thai Pongal Voltakal. I hope that everybody's had a happy Thai Pongal this past couple of weeks. I was pleased to be here last year and very privileged to be honored at this dinner. The only thing that's bad about that is when they put those pictures up on the screen, I notice how much I've aged in a year. It's terrible. So if I could ask when I come next year if you use the picture from 2 years ago, that would be much better. I've had a great time this past couple of weeks, and I'm pleased to be here in the presence of the Premier and her ministers, the federal minister and federal MPs, and also my colleagues on Toronto City Council. I'm proud a number of them are here. You know best, Councillor Nathan Shan, who's here, but also joined by Councillor Chin Lee, Councillor Michael Thompson, and Councillor Paul Ainsley, and by our Deputy Police Chief, Peter Ewan. So I'm pleased that they're all here representing the City of Toronto and being part of this special occasion in the Tamil community. We've had a great couple of weeks, starting off at the Scarborough Civic Centre with a Tamil Heritage Month initiation. We had a celebration at City Hall of Thai Pongal on Monday, and with cold weather, we had a fantastic turnout on Tuesday. I was at the Thai Pongal celebration with Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. I should say that I helped to boil some rice for the Pongal there, and I don't think anybody will be inviting me to work anywhere soon doing that as a full-time job, so I'll keep my day job. But I want to just say that all of these different events, many of which the Congress are involved in, are really a celebration of this great community. And I want to thank the Tamil Congress for Tamil Fest, for the Walkathon, which had a tremendous turnout this year. And I think there's a check forthcoming later tonight to acknowledge the people who came out to support that event. You know, I said this week at one of the events, several of them, the Tamil heritage, because of what the Premier said about diversity, Tamil heritage is now part of our collective heritage here. It's part of Canadian heritage. And some of that heritage, as we all know, and it's been referred to tonight, is tragic and it's unjust. But I think it's important that we all understand that, because it had a lot to do with the circumstances in which the community came here, the history which has led to Tamil Canadians being among our most exemplary entrepreneurs and parents. And those are the two things that I mentioned among many that I could. Tamil Canadians are exemplary entrepreneurs, and even more importantly, they're exemplary parents. Every child I see is involved in some kind of course or other beyond school, and they're growing up to be fine young people. I meet them every day across the city. Now, I had a chance, as was mentioned, to visit Sri Lanka for my second time last spring. And I will just tell you that when we visited in March of last year, after this annual dinner, that meeting the moms whose children disappeared, seeing the lands that are now in the hands of the military that were taken from others, standing with Councillor Shan at the site of brutal atrocities, this caused me much better to understand the courage and the determination and the yearning for social justice, the drive and the commitment to family of our Tamil community here in Toronto. But I concluded that the best thing that we could do as a city, beyond making sure that we drew attention to these injustices and to the ongoing search for justice and for accountability, was to make sure that we helped in any way that we could to assist in the rebirth of the North in Sri Lanka. And so on that trip, we signed an agreement whereby the City of Toronto will help on an ongoing basis to promote jobs and investment in the North, and in particular in Jaffna. And I was very struck by the fact that in Colombo there were all kinds of cranes. I mean, it looked like Toronto in terms of the amount of development that's going on there, but by the time you got to the North, there weren't so many cranes. And that's what we're going to help to fix. We're going to make sure there are cranes in the North and the Northeast. And I'm just going to tell you that while I can't presume upon the City Council approving the budget, there will be some substantial allocation that we will be making to make sure we can support those efforts, so that we can together make sure that there are jobs and investment that take place in that part of Sri Lanka, and that we take every possible advantage of the wonderful connection that we have with that part of the world to make sure that it does have the full benefit of their economic resurgence in that part of the country. And that is something that I pledge myself to as we go forward. So again, I want to thank you very much for having me here tonight, and look forward to being here with you for many years to come. Nandri.